Hey guys, welcome to another Toys and More Tuesday. Today I want to talk about G.I. Joe Special Mission comics made by Marvel. Now, this was a spin-off of the regular series, which I just reviewed last week, so I encourage you to check out that video first of G.I. Joe, just the standard of Real American Hero comics by Marvel. But that series was so popular that Marvel came up with this spin-off. So issue 50 featured a sneak preview of Special Missions, and then it started in October of 1986. At first it was bi-monthly, every other month, and then it went monthly, and it lasted all the way until November 1989, issue 28 being the last issue. So yeah, it had a decent run, you know, especially for a title that was originally only supposed to last 3 years. Its spin-off lasted 3 years, which is pretty amazing. And here on the cover, it says, the missions we couldn't talk about until now still featured Larry Hama as the main writer. These missions are supposed to be a little bit darker, a little bit edgier. It really isn't that much darker, but there are also a lot of self-contained missions in these, sometimes against Cobra, but sometimes just against terrorists. And basically, this is all going on while the main unit of G.I. Joe is doing other things. So often in these comic books, you would have kind of a B team, if you will. So like the leaders will be off fighting Cobra Commander, Storm Shadow, and Snake Eyes would rarely appear in these. Sometimes they would, but rarely. So it's kind of like a B team. So I got to see a lot of Stalker in these, which is a really cool character, and some of the other guys that really didn't get a lot of time in the main series. And as I said, most of these are self-contained. There was a few stories that carried over more than one issue. And most of the time, they weren't really related to what's going on in the regular G.I. Joe universe. So you might have, you know, fight the terrorist kind of stories. You might have we need to rescue this item or stop this bomb from blowing up kind of deal. Or we might need to rescue some sort of political figure. So it featured those kind of stories. And it really gave you a sense of the kind of the camaraderie, if you will, among the G.I. Joe brethren as they're just hanging out in the forest and talking. And it's pretty cool. I will say that I prefer the original series, A Real American Hero, better over this one. I would recommend looking into that first. But if you are a fan of the G.I. Joe Marvel comics, I would suggest getting into this. IDW republished these in collections. I believe they put out 4 volumes. So by my math, look at there's some Robotech. The ads are really cool in these too, of course. By my math, that's about 7 issues per volume. And those, I believe, were about $20 a piece when they came out. You can actually buy the whole series if you're not too concerned about condition on eBay, including shipping. About $30 to $40 will get you all 28 issues, which is a pretty good price for that. Sometimes, you know, it'll cost you more, sometimes less. But yeah, it's one of those things where they're Serpentor. You didn't always see the leaders, but sometimes you did. It's one of those things, again, like I said, get into the Marvel G.I. Joe series first, and then check these out. It's a cool side stories that are going on, and you really don't miss anything. You really don't have to read them along with the other series. You can read it separately since it's so self-contained, which is nice, so you don't have to flip in between series to understand what's going on. So there you go. G.I. Joe Special Missions, recommended for G.I. Joe Marvel comic fans. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. See you later, everybody.